if you haven't already, pause this video, go put on a mask, go do your hair, go do something, and get yourself right, and then come back and sit with me. All right? You gonna do that for me? Okay, cool. Hey y'all, and welcome to the Ginger Spice Show. It is your hostess with the mostest, your not so typical school psychologist, Ginger. If this is your first time tuning into my channel, hey there, I'm so grateful to have you here with me. I really hope that you enjoy your time here with me and that I can be and give you whatever it is that you came here looking for. If you are returning, if you are an OG and have been a part of the family since day one, hey love, I hope you are doing well. I hope you are staying safe and healthy, drinking your vitamin C, taking your daily vitamins, like exercising, all that good stuff, because I love having you here and I just want to make sure that you are healthy, okay? I want to make sure that you are practicing self-care and taking care of yourself during the pandemic, because it's a whole pandemic, y'all. So I just want to make sure that y'all are taking care of yourselves before you come and sit down at my table with me, okay? Okay. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the button and hit the bell, because I know you love it here. I know you've missed me and I know you want to hear more of what I got to say. So hit it. In today's video, we will be discussing our last semester on campus at Howard. And when I tell y'all time flew by, like I ain't even gonna joke. Time went like that and we were already in 2020. So today, just like in my previous videos, we will be discussing the 5 courses that we took, their importance for the fields, and then the major assignments that we had in that class. And also, I'll be throwing in some major takeaways from year 2. So, if that is what you're looking for, stay tuned. Spring 2019. Just like that, y'all. It was spring of 2019, our last semester of coursework, our last semester on campus for real. And I don't even know, like time just flew by. So if you are thinking that 3 years is too long for a master's program, child, I'm telling you, it's not. It goes by without you even thinking about it, worrying about it, like that, and it was over. In order to graduate on time, in the 3 years for the master's program at Howard, you had to take 5 classes a semester, 15 credits, y'all. Not hard stuff to do. Just make sure you watch my 3 things I wish I would have known before I started grad school, before you get to spring 2019, okay? The 5 classes that we had to take were Practicum again, so our last semester of Practicum, Assessment and Intervention, PsychOed Assessment, Seminar in School Psychology, Theories and Methods in Classroom Interventions, and Advanced Measures and Evaluation. This semester I can't really remember much of because there was a lot going on in my personal life. I was traveling still, trying to work, trying to do school, so a whole bunch of stuff going on. But again, made it through, got it done, so that's all that matters. Right? Right. So like I promised, here's the binder. These are the classes. And then on the inside, syllabi, all that fun stuff. The assessments that we did and everything. So let's get into the tea. In our Practicum course, again, this is our 3rd semester of Practicum, still going into the schools, and it's the same schools that you had in the fall, and just learning more, touching up on your skills, getting into more cases and that kind of thing. In the class, you don't really meet all the while. Like once you're in Practicum, you probably meet like twice a month, if that even. But learning about like the different types of therapies, the different types of interventions, and that kind of thing. The major assignments for this class are a case study again, so whichever one you didn't do in the fall, you do this semester, and then there's a presentation. I may do another video about Practicum as a whole to give you all more information, but I'm not really too sure. Let me know in the comments if that's something you guys would be interested in, because I feel like, for me, I feel like Practicum is straightforward, but that might just be because I've done it. So if you all want to know more and have any specific questions, let me know and I can definitely make a video. Like I said, I have all my stuff. So just let me know what kind of information you all will want to know about Practicum if you want that video. So I'll be waiting to hear from y'all before I do that, for real. So let me know, or I ain't even gonna do it. Period. Psychoeducational assessment teaches you about the educational assessments that we have to give to our students if that's what your district does. So again, not all districts have their school psychologists to do the educational assessments, but you have to learn them just in case you end up in a district that does. So for me, I did end up in a district that does educational assessments for internships, but when I go to work in the fall, my district won't. So by taking this class, you are a well-rounded psychologist and you have more to bring to the table. If you decide to up and switch districts, you know what it is that you're doing. It teaches you the ins and outs of the different psychoeducational assessments. The major assignments, we had a presentation that we had to give on a different, like, smaller educational assessment measure. We learned about curriculum-based measurements. We had to write up a mock report based on scores that we got from one of our assessments that we had to do in the course, do the actual assessments. So like I keep telling y'all, more of this group work, you're working with your classmates to give each other the assessments, and then you give it to a student and you do all that scoring, double scoring, all that good stuff. So really being able to practice these assessments, so when you get into the field, you know what you're doing. In seminar and school psychology, you are brushing up on all of the information that you have learned to prepare you for internship. And the crazy part is, I didn't know that that was the point of the class until I was preparing to make this video for you all, because it was really just great information. We touched on different topics in that class, like what social justice looks like for school psychologists. We talked about ADHD. We talked about English language learners and how they access education. We talked about giftedness as a means of special education, right? We talked about LGBTQIA plus students and just a bunch of different contemporary issues in the field, and really getting our professors' point of view, but also starting to talk to each other about what the field looks like. We also had two really great assignments that I realized in hindsight were definitely beneficial for us preparing for internship. And those assignments were based on our own personal, so orientation to the field and our theoretical orientation, and also a research topic that we held near and dear to our hearts that really, I feel like now, like I keep saying, looking back, really showed me and continues to show me my area of expertise in the field of school psychology. So I wrote about restorative justice, and anybody that knows me knows that I love talking about it. I love talking about the school to prison pipeline. I love talking about Black issues and issues of underrepresentation and the marginalization of Black students and all those things. So in that course, really preparing me for internship and preparing me to see what I saw on internship that really made me realize that this field was for me. So again, an amazing course, and the major assignments in that class were the 2 papers on your professional schema and the contemporary issue, and then 2 presentations to go with the papers. So easy stuff. In our theories and methods of classroom interventions course, we just learned about different interventions that can be utilized for different areas. So we learned about math interventions, reading interventions, interventions for crisis prevention, interventions for writing, interventions for behavior, whether it be individual or group behavior. We learned about a whole bunch of different interventions that we can use when we go out into the field. So that class was taught by the students. So there were 5 of us in the class, 10 weeks, each split up, and then got about 3 presentations that we had to work with each other on, and taught each other the interventions, and like really worked through and asked really thought-provoking questions about the interventions. So those were the only assignments, were those presentations, and then being in class to listen to your classmates' presentations. And you really end up coming out of that class with really great information that you can use for the fields, but also when you're studying for comps. So take all of your classes seriously. Lastly, advanced measures and evaluation. Let's take another moment of silence. That class, right up under statistics, they was right here next to each other. Maybe it's just me and I don't like all that data nonsense, whatever. But that class, and that's all I'm gonna say. So that class taught us more and is necessary for the field, because we're going to talk about data and educational measurement and the things that are necessary for the field. You're learning about program evaluation. You're learning about IRT, and I don't even remember what IRT means right now, but I'm gonna find out and let y'all know right now. But you're just learning about so much stuff that is necessary for education, and when you're talking about data education, that it's just like, why I gotta take this class, but like I get why I have to take this class. In that class, we had a bunch of quizzes. We had a really big paper that we had to work on throughout the semester. And then we also had to do a presentation on that paper. So the work wasn't really hard, but it was just a lot and time consuming. And like, the information was it was dense information. And that's all I'm gonna say. I got through it. I passed. I finished. The semester was over. God be the glory. Through him, I'm able to do anything. And I'm just grateful that it's over. Semester 4 was done, out the door. And now I'm gonna just tell y'all about some other things that you need to be worrying about during semester 4. So during semester 4, you'll be going on interviews for your internship, and this will be the time where you select your internship and all that fun stuff. So just reminding you all of what that timeline looks like and how quick it goes and where your mind has to be and how it has to be in 30 different places at once while you're focusing on practicum, while you're focusing on work, while you're focusing on your own personal life, while you're focusing on everything. Major takeaways from year 2. I learned at the end of year 2 that everything makes sense. So you sit in these classes for 2 years and everything, like you're just learning so much that for me, I didn't take enough time to digest and like reflect on what I was learning. And at the end of year 2, when it was all done, as I was preparing to go to internship, I'm just like, wow, I actually know this stuff and it all makes sense. Like everything we were learning from day 1 all just came together and it was like, wow, it all makes sense. And then it causes you to think about my second major takeaway, that while school psychology is intense and while there's so much to learn, it is so fun. Like, I love being a school psychologist. I love learning about school psychology. I love learning about child development. I just love everything that the field has to offer, everything Howard had to offer me. And it's just like, wow, like, yes, it's a lot of work, but it's fun and it makes sense. And it's just like, wow, you get this, it's like this major epiphany that you have that's just like, I really belong here. Like, there's just, I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, ultimately, from year 2, I realized that I just really love what I do. I loved everything about it. I love what I'm doing. I love the students that I work with. Every student that I've worked with has etched a memory on my heart, some more than others, because there have been moments. Maybe I will give y'all a practicum video, because give y'all the real tea about just how much children just gonna be children. Like, how much they just don't care that you got a job to do. Like, maybe I will. But that's really all I have to say to y'all about year 2. I really hope that this series of videos about my coursework has either eased your heart, gave you more information, or shown you more about what you came here looking for. Because that's all I'm trying to do, is give y'all some answers, make this education, grad school thing as accessible as possible. Because like I keep saying, I was sitting where you are 3 years ago trying to find information about school psychology at Howard, specifically about Black school psychologists, and it didn't look like me. So that's why I'm here. That's why I'm grateful that you all keep watching me, because you all make this easier to do, right? Knowing that there are people out there that want to do what I'm doing and that I have the experience and the voice to give it to y'all makes this whole YouTube thing so much easier. So again, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for stopping by and sitting at my table and just really allowing me to deliver the real tea, the real me at all times. So if you haven't already, I don't know why. I don't even know why you bother at this point. Like, give it up. Nah, I'm kidding. But for real, like, if you haven't already, why didn't you subscribe to my channel? Let me know. Let me know in the comments why you haven't subscribed to my channel yet. And if you have, thank you. I love you so much. But if you haven't, Why didn't you? Go ahead and do it. Thank you. So, thank you for tuning into the Ginger Spice Show. I'll see you next week.